Now that we have a basic understanding of the winemaking, maturation and bottling processes, we are ready to learn about the 3 categories of flavor you can find in wine. These are primary, secondary and tertiary flavors. In the next level, we will be learning about the details of these flavors in many different varieties, but for now, we just need to learn what these categories mean. Let's start with primary flavors. Primary flavors are the flavors of the fruit. They come from the grapes themselves. Remember, when we are talking about flavor, we are considering the taste, smell, and texture of the wine. So, a Chardonnay may have primary flavors of lemons, limes, and pears, while a Pinot Noir could have primary flavors of strawberries and cherries. Primary flavors of wine are generally fruit, vegetable, or floral flavors. It's easy if you think of primary as the flavors that come from plants. Secondary flavors are all of those that are created during the winemaking process, from maceration through fermentation to bottling. So the buttery or milky character formed through malolactic fermentation is a secondary character, as well as all the flavors such as oak, cinnamon, and vanilla that oak aging will pass into the wine. Similarly, the rich round textures and aromas that come from stirring the lees or batonnage are also secondary flavors. And then finally, there are tertiary flavors. One of the reasons that wine is such a fascinating drink is that it can develop and improve in the bottle for years after it has been made. Not all wines improve with age, and most wines are made to be enjoyed young. Tertiary flavors are those that are created from the wine spending time in a bottle. We know that older red wines can take on flavors of leather, musk, mushrooms, and chocolate. And older white wines can take on nutty and honey flavors. Once a wine is bottled, it is not finished. A bottle of wine is a living thing. The flavor chemicals inside the wine use the small amount of oxygen present to go through very slow chemical processes that change, add, and develop the flavors of different wines. One question you will hear a lot of as you continue your journey into wine is, when should I drink this bottle? Or, is this Merlot ready to drink? When a wine is ready to be drunk really depends on the preference of the drinker. If you like big, brash red wines with lots of tannins, it is better to drink younger Cabernet Sauvignons or Syrahs. But if you like softer, lighter wines, you can still drink Cabernet Sauvignon and Syrah, but you will have to let them age for a few years. Over time, primary flavors fade and tertiary flavors increase, while secondary flavors can either increase, decrease, or stay constant. Each wine, each bottle will be different. The best time to drink a wine is when all of these flavors come into balance and you can taste all 3 types of flavors without one dominating. This is when the wine is at its most complex. Well done on learning about the winemaking process and for coming to the end of level 1. You have learnt a huge amount about wine in this level, and now you have the tools to start understanding the different styles, varieties, and bottles of wine that you see all around you in your restaurant. This is exactly where we are going in the next level. We are going to learn in detail about the different varieties and types of wines and all about their different flavors.